Hey, I'm Sean Throckmorton. I got 30th place at the Louisville Regional on December 16th, playing 60 card. My record was X2-1, with my only losses being against Pendulum Edition and ABC True Draco. For 1-0s with Monster lineup, 1 Maxi, 1 Giant Rex, and 1 Glow Up Bulb. Most simple card in the deck, Snow. Then there's the 3 Goblin Bird. After those, it's just 3 different engines. The first engine is your plant engine. You play 3 Lone Fire Blossom, 3 Predator Plant Scorpio, 2 Cobra. I'll play 2 instead of 1 because I don't want to draw 1 and end up killing a bunch of cards in my deck. Then after that, you play the Trick Clown and Thousand Blades and 2 Gym Knights. Same thing with the Cobra. Same routine, don't want to break. Your next engine is the Zombie engine. It is such a strong engine that there's no reason not to play zombies in a 60 card deck, especially when you're playing last ones. 3 Solitaire, 1 Spirit Master. That's it for Cherners. Along with Cherners comes the Unit Zombie, which you fetch off of the Solitaires. Then you got your 3 Mizuki, very obvious, and 2 Gozuki. Now, the card that got a bunch of people interested in seeing the deck profile, because it was the top card, is Necroface. This card is absolutely insane. For those that don't know what it is, when you normal summon it, you shuffle all banished cards from both players' banished piles into their deck, regardless if they're face up or not. And for each one shuffled back to the deck this way, it gains 100 life points. It has okay stats. It's got 1200 attack and 1800 defense. It's a level 4 zombie dark. All you care about is it's a level 4 and it's a zombie, really. Its effects are really nice. Its second effect is the thing they actually use more. Whenever it is banished, just Necroface period, it's not even a once per turn effect or anything. You take the top 5 cards of both players' decks and banish them. They are face up because this card is pretty old. But it doesn't matter, because if you banish in combo pieces, you're plussing off a lot. And also, with you banishing cards already, you can return them with an Omega during opponent's standby phase, or get off effects like Solitaire, Spirit Master, and Giant Rex. You can also make your opponent deck out sometimes for those people that play Desires multiple times in a game. It's just insane. Then for Light Swordens, 1 Lumina, 3 Raiden, and 3 Wolf. This is not Light Swordens. This is just called 60 card. After that comes your spells. Play 1 Mark of the Rose, 1 Book of Life. I'm playing those because my ashes that I ordered did not arrive until Saturday, which is why I was at the regional. So I didn't feel like picking up any more ashes and sorry about some. Then the last one of those are spells, Foolish and Grass. I don't play Soul Charge because paying life points is bad. 2 Desires and 2 Left Arm. Your searching cards along with your 3 Charge of the Light Brigade. Charge is insane, especially at 3, because you get to mill 3 and add the Light Sword. The milling effect is really all you care about. The adding is just a plus. Most broken spell in the deck, besides Grass, Brilliant Fusion. This card needs to be banned. Whenever Konami bans it, I will like them a little more, but also hate them even more as well. I love this card, and hate it at the same time. Back row Hatred, obvious, and Raigeki. Everybody should play Raigeki. Don't care who you are. Raigeki's awesome. And 1 Trap, because traps are gay. That's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, it's pretty simple. I'll play the Seraph Knight, obvious. Then you go with Invoker for your plant plays. Mist Dweller, obvious as well, along with Costel, Tornado, and Minerva. Funny thing with Minerva, there were 2 people that saw the summon and tried to argue that you don't get the mill effect because it wasn't on the field when it died or whatever and stuff. but the card says in your possession, not under your control, like on the field. So I ended up having to call a judge to both of them. And the first person that he was called to is actually round 1, which is a 6 Sam's guy. The judge that came by, he had to look up what possession meant. So we need better judges. But overall, it's okay. Then 1 ib, 1 misses, 1 decode, and 1 board load. All I care about early release, this is just a problem solver. You can also stall out somewhat with it, and it's mainly just to get over board load. Then you play Beast and Barkion for Glow Up Bulb along with Lone Fire and Scorpio. 1 Omega, 1 Beals, and the 15th spot, Paguska. Retarded card. They should not have printed it, but they did. Because they are Konami, and Konami does what they want. That's it for the extra deck. For the side deck, I played 15 cards, but really only played 13. 2 of them I never sided into. They were Topological Bomber Dragon and the Bujinki Amaterasu guy or whatever. I was borrowing both of them along with the Topological, so you won't see them. 3 Haniwada, 2 Wavering Eyes, and a bunch of back row hatred. Along with more back row hatred. It's really standard. So, the reason I took this deck to the regional, and why I'm still going to be taking it to any regional if I want to try to top or anything like that, I will refuse to play meta at the moment. Well, the main reason why I took this is because of 1 card, and that is Snow. You know why Book of Moon's at 1? Because booking a monster is insane. If you book a monster, you can stop your opponent's entire turn just instantly. At the same time, if you book a monster, you can save yourself. You can get over problem monsters. You can pretty much answer almost everything by booking a monster. You banish 7, summon this, book it. If you're playing against Swim Magician, they main deck basically nothing except for Astrograph that can get over this because it's 1850. So if you summon this, they can't get over it unless they get their extra deck. So if they bricked, you're just going to keep poking them for 50, or just keep killing things, and if they pop something of yours, that's cool, you'll bring it back or bring out something bigger to stop them. Another reason I play the deck, Quote Bulb. So for those of you who do not know the combo, all you need to open up to make Beast, Barkion, and Mrs. Radiant is either a Lone Fire and Scorpio, Lone Fire, Lone Fire, Lone Fire and Glow Up, or Scorpio and Glow Up, along with 1 extra monster, obviously. And that's all you need. You end up with your infield being a Mrs. Radiant, along with a Beast, and a Barkion. Also, if you did not draw your Trick Clown, you'd also have a Trick Clown sitting somewhere on the field. And then you still have 2 cards in your hand to still play with. So they could be a spell or something like that, like you could set Twin Twister or whatever. But that's all just from 3 monsters. 2 plants and 1 random monster. If you did shoot an awesome monster like a Snow or something like that, you're still alive as well. And for the tech spells, they're amazing spells. Monster Reborn's banned for a reason. I play Monster Reborn along with banishing 1 of your opponent's monsters. You special summon a zombie from your grave, and you banish a monster from your opponent's grave. You banish a quick fix, they're done. You banish something else that they keep recycling out of the deck, something like that, they're done or they're stunned. Mark the Rose, banish a plant type monster from your grave to snatch steal 1 of your opponent's monsters until the end phase. Then it just switches controls during your end phase and during your standby phase. You both just keep switching control of the monster. So all you do is you take a problem card, attack them with it, use the effect, or you just grab a link with it or banish it with Snow. Pretty straightforward. If you want to see any duels with the deck or anything, I will be posting more on my YouTube channel, Yugi Satan, as a picture of someone's skull. And I already have a few up as well. My matchups for the day was round 1, 6 Sams, obvious win. Round 2, Magical Musketeers. This is around that 10 to 15 people were surrounding us, just watching us. I won during game 3. Because I had a decode on the field along with it pointing to a guy. I attacked over his guy. He activated the spell card that changes the attack and defense to 0 or halves it or whatever, which would have made me lose. But I just activated decode's effect to negate the activation. And he sat there, read it. He was like, oh, okay. Round 3, we had a break right after round 3. I was playing ABC True Draco for round 3, so I just sat there and played very badly because I was just extremely hungry. Round 4, Spiral. Got game 1. Game 2 and game 3, we just sat there and just played for fun, so, just because. He was my friend, so he ended up giving me the win due to him already having his invite, and it would have been a really long grounding game for game 3. If we would have gone, it would have just been whoever won in time, and that's not fair to anybody. Round 5 and round 6. One of these rounds, I don't know who I played, but I know I played Pendulum Dishum for one of them, and I ended up drawing against him. Then after that, round 7 and 8, I was sitting right next to him at just one table above him. Round 7 was Pendulum Magician. I ended up losing it because it was just a complete top deck war for both of us from turn 1 in game 3. And then round 8 was Trickstar. I ended up winning in time with perfect game with a Necroface. I ended up making my Necroface at 2200, shuffling both of our banished stuff, and sitting on Baguska for the first few turns of time. And it was just hilarious. Because he sat there and kept on trying to summon stuff under Baguska, and he's like, oh yeah. He ended up going for his big play with the Holly Angel, where you can just keep looping and burn me for a bunch. But he ended up leaving me with 400 left. 800. I took 400, and then I just activated a charge, summoned a Raiden, attacked his guy, and then attacked with Necroface for game.